Module Overview. As digital transformation reshapes financial operations globally, security, compliance, and data governance have become indispensable pillars in budgeting and financial software systems. This module provides a comprehensive exploration of how budgeting software safeguards sensitive financial data, ensures regulatory compliance across jurisdictions, and implements strong data governance practices that foster trust, accuracy, accountability, and auditability. Organizations managing complex budgets, especially those in finance, healthcare, government, education, and nonprofit sectors, must navigate a landscape of cybersecurity risks, privacy regulations, internal control protocols, and transparency standards. In this module, learners will gain mastery over security frameworks, data handling policies, permission controls, encryption standards, regulatory requirements, e.g., GDPR, SOX, HIPAA, and the architecture of enterprise-level compliance infrastructure within budgeting platforms.
Security in budgeting software. Types of security mechanisms. In this lesson, we will be using security feature and description in our table. 1. User authentication includes multi-factor authentication, MFA, single sign-on, SSO, biometric validation, and time-based session expiration. 2. Role-based access control, RBAC, assigns permissions based on users' roles, e.g., CFO, department head, auditor, to prevent unauthorized access to sensitive modules. 3. Data encryption protects data both at rest, stored in databases, and in transit, during transfer between users, systems, using AES 256 or TLS 1.3 standards. 4. Audit trails and logs. Tracks all changes and access events, including who edited a budget, when, and what was modified, crucial for investigations and compliance. 5. Intrusion detection systems, IDS. Monitor system behavior for malicious patterns or unauthorized attempts to breach budgeting data. 2. Cybersecurity threats and countermeasures. Threats, phishing, malware, insider sabotage, ransomware, data leaks. Countermeasures, firewalls, endpoint protection, encryption, access control, penetration testing. Section 2. Compliance standards in digital budgeting. Budgeting systems often manage personally identifiable information, PII, payroll data, donor and customer records, and financial disclosures. To maintain trust and avoid legal consequences, these platforms must comply with local and global data protection regulations. 1. Key financial compliance standards, regulation and description will be used in our table. 1. SOX, Sarbanes-Oxley Act, U.S. law that requires stringent internal controls and financial reporting accuracy for public companies. Budget systems must allow auditable, traceable financial entries. 2. GDPR, General Data Protection Regulation. EU regulation ensures individual data privacy. Budgeting software handling user data in the EU must allow data access, deletion, and consent controls. 3. HIPAA, Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, U.S. law protecting health data. Budgeting tools used in healthcare, e.g., managing hospital financials, must follow PHI protection guidelines. 4. PCI DSS Payment Card Industry Data Security Standard. For platforms dealing with donor, fund transfers, or credit cards, must follow tokenization, secure vaults, and restricted access. 5. NIFRS GAAP compliance. Budget systems must align with international and regional accounting standards for financial statement accuracy and audit preparedness. Section 3. Data governance in budgeting software. Data governance refers to the strategic framework for managing data integrity, ownership, privacy, and lifecycle across budgeting systems. 1. Key components of data governance. Data classification, tagging data as confidential, internal, or public based on sensitivity, data ownership and stewardship, designating data owners for budgets, e.g., HR head owns salary budget line. Access management, setting who can view, edit, approve, or delete financial entries data lineage, tracing data back to its origin, e.g., supplier expense from ERP, budget tracker, final report. Version control, managing multiple iterations of budgets with rollback capabilities, archiving, and retention, setting rules for how long financial records are retained before deletion or backup archiving. 2. Governance policies embedded in platforms, real-time approval workflows, escalation rules and policy violations alerting, anonymization of sensitive fields in public shared dashboards, time-stamped locking of finalized budgets, prevents retroactive changes. Section 4, System Permissions and User Control Security and Governance start with granular permission settings. Administrators, full control over settings, integrations, and user access. Budget contributors can input values into assigned segments only. Reviewers, check auditors, read-only or approval access with no edit rights. Executives, high-level dashboards with restricted drill-down access. Role-based access allows segregation of duties, a core principle in preventing fraud. Section 5, Compliance Audit Readiness. Budgeting systems should support audit teams with complete audit logs, compliance documentation embedded in workflows, instant export of reports in secure formats, PDF XLSX, evidence of user actions, time-stamped with digital signature if needed, control over shadow budgeting, unapproved parallel budgets that may cause discrepancies, tools supporting compliance features, Workday Adaptive Planning, Oracle, PBCS, Planning and Budgeting Cloud Service, Vena Profix NetSuite Planning. Learning outcomes of Module 7. After completing this module, you will be able to understand and implement robust digital security within budgeting tools, define user roles, permissions, and access protocols, ensure alignment with local and international data compliance laws, build governance policies around budget data quality and ownership, prepare digital budgeting environments for internal or external audits.